Good afternoon, everyone. Let me do a check-in to see who we all have here today. First person I have is Phil Herrick. Mr. Herrick.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
We're the next door neighbors.
Next door neighbor?
Yes, yes.
And then I have Adam Stahura. Oh, can you unmute?
Hi, everyone. I am the architect with Drawing Department.
Gotcha. Thank you. And Kevin Klinder. Oh, you're muted.
Architect with Drawing Department.
All right. And then I have Ms. Meehan here from the Planning Department.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Then I have a David Boschner. If you plan on testifying, I do need your video as well as your sound on.
Hi there, sorry. I'm just getting off of work right now.
That's all right. And who are you representing today?
I'm the owner of the property, 440 Wood Avenue.
All right, fantastic. All right, let me do a brief introduction. We can go ahead and get started. This is the July 2nd, 2025 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is Ashton Tucker. I will be presiding over this hearing as the zoning hearing examiner for the city of Cincinnati. The case before us today is ZH20250061 in regards to the property at 440 Wood Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to provide must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. First, the applicant and the applicant's agents will have an opportunity to present their case. Then the public will have an opportunity to speak after the applicant has presented its case. Then I will have the planning department that produced a staff report regarding this application provide testimony. In the event that any testimony is offered in opposition to the application, I will give the applicant an opportunity to respond to that opposition. After that response has been made, I will give everyone an opportunity to make a closing statement, but I will always give the applicant the last word. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask any questions or make any comments. In the event that we have any technical difficulties, I will do my best to troubleshoot those. However, if it is beyond my capabilities, I might continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. After all presentations have been made, I will close this hearing, and I can say that our decisions will get out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right. All persons who are providing testimony must be sworn in now. So if you can make sure you are off mute, raise your right hand. Mr. Herrick, do you plan on testifying? Oh, I need you off mute. All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
All right. Starting with the applicant side, who would like to start us off?
I can talk a little bit about, just want to give like an introduction of the project and talk about the necessity for the variance.
Sure.
Okay. The property, the house on the property goes back to approximately the middle of the 19th century, about 1850s. It was built facing a large sort of greenhouse agricultural area to the due east. And at some point, prior to even modern record keeping, there's a one-story addition built on the west side of the building, probably circa 1920s, 30s, something like that. We suspect it might have been for an outdoor kitchen, but it's a one-story addition on the major volume of the building. The proposed project is to add a second story on top of the existing one-story portion of the building. The project is situated in a hillside district. The proposed project does not add any new footprint to the that would exacerbate any conditions there, and we've had structural report attest to that. Because it's in the hillside district, we are required to go through the averaging, the maximum building averaging process. So the sort of in which case the historic addition does come up into the side, is in the side yard setback. In the maximum building envelope calculations, we are averaging with a house to the west, which is just a normal house, but then the house to the east again sits on that property that's rather large former greenhouse space, which just has a conventional house on it. So the side yard setbacks in that property are quite large, which also makes our averaging, kind of throws a wrench into our averaging prospect. Really the idea, I mean, with just the whole project is to sort of gain, some more inhabitable space on the second floor of the building. And there's a extensive first floor renovation, which includes kitchen renovation and providing some office space for the homeowners who both keep a home office as well as, just sort of upgrading the house from the last time that it was renovated. Right, so we did sort of go through the building in terms of the maximum building envelope, both site plan wise and sort of section and elevation wise, and it does, the proposed does comply with the vertical aspects of the maximum building envelope for the hillside situation.
Okay.
Adam, Dave, did I leave anything out? I think that covers the
that covers it. That covers it. Yeah.
Okay. Anything from you, Mr. Botchner, before we move on to the public?
No, nothing in particular for me, but like Kevin said, it won't be expanding that current structure of the house out at all, or even higher than the current structure as well. So it's just kind of filling in that gap of above that first floor, like Kevin said.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Herrick, my understanding is you're the next door neighbor, right?
That's correct. Yeah, my wife and I live at 446 Wood, which is right next door, and the side yard that the property line that we share with David and Leah is the side yard that the variance is associated with. So,
Okay. And what would you like me to know?
I just wanted to tell you that we think that the plans that they've worked up would be a lovely addition to their home and to the neighborhood, and we have no objection to the variance.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll move over to the planning department. Ms. Meehan, what would you like me to know?
Thank you, Ms. Tucker. So yes, as Kevin described, because this is in a hillside overlay, there is a requirement to do the averaging. And when the averaging is done, because the one side yard is skewed, it does skew the maximum building envelope calculation here, which means that a good part of the addition actually falls outside, or the entire thing actually falls outside of what the maximum building envelope would be. So therefore, they need the hillside review and approval to do the addition outside of the maximum building envelope, although it is, of course, part of the house. It's just that that section of the house falls outside what the calculated MBE is. But staff does recommend approval of this.
All right. Okay, we'll move on into closing remarks. Anything in closing remarks? We'll start with Mr. Herrick. Okay, nothing from Mr. Herrick. Anything in closing remarks from Ms. Meehan?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, Ms. Tucker.
Thank you. Anything in closing remarks from the applicant side? We'll start with Mr. Klinder.
Nothing here.
All right, Mr. Stahura. Okay, Mr. Boschner.
Nothing for me either.
All right, fantastic. So what we'll do now is I will conclude this hearing and I can let you know that I do intend to approve this application. I still have to formalize this in a written decision. So you can expect that. It'll come to everybody who's on this call. So you can expect that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, more likely closer to 3 weeks.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for your attention and your testimony.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.